I was ready to buy any one of those 3 cameras, but I didn't end up buying any of them. Stick around, see what I ordered instead. If you're new here, my name is Justin Bridges of JBC. I've been documenting weddings and events, serving small businesses and musicians in Virginia since 2018. Before I explain the upgrade chaos, a little backstory is important. I started my photography journey with an iPhone, and after downloading a manual camera app, I took the time to learn and understand the exposure triangle. I experimented, I broke rules, and I figured out what lighting was through trial and error. When I decided to step up to a real camera, I knew one thing was for sure. I needed a touchscreen. It was going to help make the transition feel more natural. That's why I bought the SL2. It fit my budget, had a touchscreen, and it paired perfectly with the Sigma Art 18-35, which is a lens that I honestly thought unlocked cinema overnight for me. The SL2's dual pixel autofocus, Canon's color science, and its lightweight body made the camera incredibly easy to learn, and it produced professional looking results. That camera and lens combo became a workhorse, and it helped me find my way to my first upgrade. In 2020, I upgraded to the Canon EOS R, a camera which I had been dreaming about since I had purchased the SL2. For the first time, I felt like a professional. Full frame photography was a huge step forward. But the biggest shift for me was video. The EOS R introduced me to C-Log, and that completely changed my editing process. It gave me more dynamic range, more flexibility in post, and full control over my final image. It was a total game changer, not only in the images I was able to produce, but also my craft. I loved the EOS R so much that in 2021, in spite of it having only one SD card slot, I bought a second body and was able to run 2 EOS Rs for weddings and events with confidence and consistency. That same year, I picked up the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro to shoot a short film. It became my dedicated commercial and cinema camera. The 6K Pro would handle my narrative and branded work, while the EOS Rs stayed my reliable run-and-gun event cameras. Fast forward to early 25. I found myself using the EOS Rs more and more for 4K commercial work, mainly for efficiency and workflow. This is when I dropped one of my EOS Rs. While it was being repaired, I picked up a Canon R8. Not necessarily thinking of it as an upgrade, but it surprised me. It showed me just how far Canon's newer sensors and processors had come. By summer, I was seriously rethinking my entire camera gear situation. Canon discontinued the EOS R back in 2023, and heading into 2026, I wasn't necessarily comfortable being 7+ years behind in camera technology. Since it was released in 2022, the Canon R5 C was top of my list. For $3,000, I would get unlimited recording, active cooling, 8K video, high resolution stills. Felt like the ultimate hybrid. In October, when I began actively shopping, I realized Canon was about to release the R6 Mark III. Everyone was raving about it. Improved autofocus, refined dynamic range, better rolling shutter, strong low light performance. At $2,800, it felt like I was getting the R5 C level experience for a few $100s less. I was basically sold. So I decided to wait until Christmas for some Christmas deals. While waiting, I watched comparison video after comparison video between the R6 Mark III and the R5 Mark II, which Canon had released back in 2024, but just recently improved with a major firmware update. The R5 Mark II brought stronger specs at a higher price point. At $3,600, it had officially entered the conversation. And that's when upgrade paralysis hit. I was stuck, going back and forth between the cost, photography needs, video performance. Hybrid cameras are powerful, but they always come with some type of compromise. Everything changed when YouTube suggested a video review of the C50. After seeing what this beast can do, the choice was clear. The C50 checked almost every box and added a few I didn't know I even wanted. First, I got those 2 card slots that I'd been lacking. Also, I'm getting the ability to record standard footage to one card while simultaneously capturing a 9x16 vertical to the other, which will instantly streamline my social and client delivery workflows. A powerhouse for stills, open gate recording, professional audio inputs, Canon's legendary color science, advanced autofocus, and a body designed specifically for production environments. The C50 doesn't just feel like an upgrade, it feels like the camera that matches how I work today and where I'm going next. Thank you guys. This was my first sit and talk. I hope you enjoyed me rambling. Hope to get better at it. This is very much therapeutic. Guys, you want to learn a little bit about yourself in the process, sit in front of a camera and read a script that you wrote. Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? Full frame photography was a huge step forward, but the bit full frame photography The C50 doesn't just feel like an upgrade. It feels like a camage. Holy shit.